So Wendigoon, we're talking about all these grievous injuries.
Yeah.
What is the worst injury you've ever sustained?
I do need to comment on that skull thing because I do have a related story. I was in Nashville one night with a group of friends, and we were just like on the strip, and this guy comes by, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's asking people for handouts, and he's like, you got any money, blah, blah, blah. So he comes by us, and we're just like, I don't have any cash, sorry. And he turns, and when he turns in the wheelchair, we were facing the right side of his head. He turns, and the left side is completely scalped. Like, it's just bone, his whole skull up there. So, of course, me and all my friends are like, like pointing at it and everything. So now he's going down the row of people in the other direction where they can see his skull. Sure enough, he gets a couple groups down, and some girl sees him and screams because, as you could imagine, and he just stops and then, like, blank-faced stares at her and says, if you give me $5, you can touch it.
See, that's a guy playing the hand he was dealt.
He tried like the civil way first, and he's like, all right, second pass, and then turns around. Poor guy.
What kind of Last of the Mohicans scenario did he end up in?
I have absolutely no idea. It was funny because another guy came out of a bar.
Is this guy in Nashville? Is that him?
That's him. Get him.
Oh no.
So someone stumbled out of a bar, this like really drunk guy, and he goes, yo, what's that? And the guy in the chair mumbled something to him, and the guy who's drunk like did not process whatever he said and just stared and goes, is that like your skull? And yeah, so it was an event.
Dude.
Well, was it? Do they not put some skin back on there?
Normally they do, but this guy, obviously he was in a not great situation, whatever his healthcare situation.
It sounds like what it sounds like to me is that he had a much more minor injury, and because he's homeless, it has like gotten necrotic and like wasted away, rather than some scalping incident where like a monkey or a metal lathe or a native savage, scalped him. Or none of those things.
He wasn't starting up his plane on the ground.
Head infection. A homeless man with like a head infection is the most likely thing, because I've seen that. I bet you guys have seen it too. The homeless people who, like, when they take their boot off that's been on for 3 years, their foot is mostly skeletonized, and there are maggots actively feeding on the inside.
I've only seen that online. I've never seen a homeless person.
All the time. Life. Of course, I've not seen it in real life.
I don't know what kind of life you lead.
I like playing stupid because that way when I'm actually stupid, like, people can't tell. So I was having this conversation. I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, and like blank serious conversations. We had gone from like economics to like I don't know, save investments, and then I was like, we're talking about lifestyles now, and I was like, I've been thinking about doing some outdoorsy stuff, some camping. I've seen this real upkick of urban camping. There's these guys over under the bridge near my house. They've just little tents popped up, and those guys just live out there, and I think it's a cool lifestyle. I'm gonna try to get into it.
It saves a lot of money.
I'm gonna try to be homeless.
I feel like if you could live in a tent for just a year, you'd save like what, $20,000 in rent.
They're like money for hepatitis treatment.
They're like, those people don't have homes, and a lot of them are mentally ill. Like, they're trying to be kind to me, and I'm like, no. I see them out there. They've got like lawn chairs. They're relaxing. They're definitely not trying to like get a job or anything. Look, if they were homeless, they'd be out working to get a job or something. They wouldn't be just relaxed. One was asleep out there in the middle of the day. I had stuff to do, and he was napping. No way.
Now hold on, Kyle.
These guys are millionaires.
Was this when you visited Wings? Because that's just South Carolina from the south.
Dude, hear me out on this. This will take a minute. I went to the Harley Davidson dealership, and the lead salesman there and I were talking about being rich versus being wealthy, stuff like that. And he asked, is LeBron James rich? And the answer was no. I'm sorry. Yes, he's not wealthy, though, because LeBron James has to show up tomorrow morning and do what someone tells him to. He's still under contract, right? There's still some man with his foot on the back of LeBron James's neck, even though he's probably threatening $1 billion. He's just rich. The guy that pays LeBron James, he's wealthy because that guy sets his own lifestyle. By that measure, The people that Kyle doesn't want to give money to are also wealthy. There's no one telling them what to do. They wake up every day and decide what they want to do, not what they have to do.
At what point did I say I didn't want to give money to them? I drive by every day and throw a fistful of pennies at them.
Is it still in the roll?
I shoot silver dollars out of a t-shirt cannon at those ungrateful cunts. Oh, I have head trauma.
On the overpass.
Yeah, we'll pay for it with the $7 I gave you, dumbass. Do you ever think like that Sunny episode? It's like when you drive by a homeless guy with a mouthful of champagne and you spit it on him, and he doesn't even get a full mouthful; he just gets a little taste. It's just like
now. This is 17 years ago, or 15 years ago.
Have you guys ever done something like benevolent or nice, like more than common courtesy, and just by happenstance you get like you get something out of it where like you look really good? Because most of the time when you do nice things, nobody notices, and you can't bring it up, or people will think you're a cunt, which is true.
Yes, only because you are.
It's true. That is. But I had the most perfect little thing happen. Like this past weekend, I was hanging out with some friends and a couple of girls at a bar, and it was getting late, and I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna head home. And so I was heading home, walking back to my place, and I passed this homeless guy. And he was like, sir, I ain't asking you for money. I just want some food, man. I'm so hungry. And I was like, you know what? Let's get some food, man. And so I started walking with this homeless guy. We were chatting. I took him to a corner place and just told him, get whatever you want. You want a couple sandwiches or chips or, a hot meal, whatever. And so I just let him pick it out. They started making it. I bought it for him. And as I was leaving with him, he had his shit. And he was being all thankful, thanking me, being super nice, kind of following me back towards where I was going. I was being very polite. We passed some of the girls that I was hanging out with earlier that night, just by random chance, and it made me look like the best Samaritan ever. Because here I am with food that I bought for this homeless guy after I was like, God, I'm getting tired. I got to go home and go to bed just 20 minutes before. And they're like, oh my God, did you buy that guy some food or something? I never did that.
Happen? Or can we tie this back to the previous conversation where they're not really thinking about you?
No, this happened. This actually happened.
The second part, though, they did notice. Okay.
They did notice because they were I was walking by with and it worked even better because I didn't notice them standing on the sidewalk. I got 2 feet past them with Mr. Black, now hunger satiated homeless guy, and Rufus. They go, yeah, Rufus, DJ, was his name, and they're like, Taylor, are you? And then we had a little talk again, and there you go. I looked fucking great. I'm gonna start doing nice things so much more on the off chance that it gets me laid.
It's just fake nice things to do, like have someone cosplay as a homeless man.
I'm gonna hire DJ.
Maybe you hire DJ. Here's what DJ can do for you. You hire DJ to come in and accost some woman, get all crazy in her face, give me $1, give me $1.
You're gonna die tonight, bitch.
and then you swoop in hey, get out of here, you leave her alone, or I'll kick your ass.
Marty McFly in this scenario?
Yeah, exactly. You and Rufus could have a real nice thing going on. Rufus gets all the hot sandwiches he wants, and you get all the hot pussy you want. He probably lives down there on the street under your window somewhere. You could just be up in your window, Rufus, the blonde. And while he's accosting her, you're running down the stairs to go save the day, dude.
Oh man, I could hire a whole mini cabal of the homeless, and because I don't want to use the same
intimidating looking.
His name's not fucking Rufus. It's
DJ.
It's DJ
Rufus.
And Rufus is 6'3", and he, to be fair to Rufus, he was definitely a heavy enough guy that this probably wasn't the first sandwich he'd had that day.
Oh, this is perfect. A guy even bigger than you, and you come in hey, you leave her alone. Get out of here, you. I'll kick your ass. Dude, you and Rufus could have the greatest symbiotic relationship of all time. He just gets... I would make this happen. I'd be yo, Rufus, would you accost pretty white women for me? And I'll come in and run you off, and I'll give you $20 a day. How about
I'm doing it without you. May as well.
I've been accosting pretty white women for years now. Ain't never got a sandwich out of it.
You just go all over the top fucking racist with your sandwich and your shucking and jive, hand motions. Oh, that's funny.
You guys do some sort of like, it'd be some kind of weird handshake that like white people aren't good at. There'd be some wiggly fingers and some waves and like two slaps, like that thing.
Two
and then
slaps.
it'd be like pop, pop, and then there'd be a finger snap at the end.
Like, Rufus, we can't do this fucking 28-second handshake after every accosting. There are people catching on. We're working together. Bada bing, boom,
I fucking love this idea. I bet if you ran this by Rufus, like, all right, Rufus, don't do anything illegal, but, accost him a little bit, like angrily ask him for $1. And then I'm going to swoop in, I'm going to run you off, and meet me by the door later. I'll slip you a 20.
There's going to be a hot Qdoba burrito right behind that tree 20 yards there. So when I go over there and I go, get out of here, Rufus. Stop bothering this sexy lady with her big, pouty blowjob lips. And then you run over there and you grab your hot burrito and you go, until next time.
Yeah.
Okay, this is happening. I need to find Rufus.
I fucking love this idea. You get so much ass like this.
I call him Rufus, and then he's gonna beat my ass.
No, dude, you can call him fucking Mr. Bojangles. He's getting like a Qdoba burrito.
He's a very, very sweet homeless guy from our one encounter together.
Yeah, they're all sweet until you start giving them Qdoba. Then they'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You could be like, Rufus, just beat her to death if she doesn't. And the ones who don't like respond to your, if you come and save the day and they're like, thanks, and just walk away, you'd be like, get her, Rufus. like she wasn't convinced enough. Like, get Rufus to go over there and start whipping her ass a little bit, and then you come in. Then maybe she's a little more grateful. Like, you escalate. You escalate things.
Maybe he injures her just a little, just that much, just enough to need to have to come back to my place for a little bit of very poorly administered medical care. Like, I'll just put a little bit of Neosporin on whatever it is, and then you start making your move.
I like it. Hope
you don't have any other infections. Yeah.
You buy him some steel toe boots with the implication that he kicks women in the knee with them.
Okay.
She's all limpy. You need to help her along.
I don't want to take him to the hospital though. How about just
not him? You're gonna take her to your place, and then you nurse her back to health.
You take me to the hospital. My leg's broken. That homeless guy kicked me.
And you can be like, that she's dependent upon you, right? Right?
Ooh. I'm nurturing that dependence because she knows if she goes back outside, Rufus is there with half a burrito in his hand.
Step one, demonstrate value, right?
Yeah, if she tries to leave, you look out the window, give Rufus the old wink, and then he starts screaming and yelling up at the window, and she's like, maybe I'll stay here for a while. Yeah, I'll walk you home in a couple hours, but I gotta work on my my medical thesis. So let me get back in here. By the way, let me bandage that up for you. You pretend like you're a medical student in this terrible scenario. That would be even better. See, that's how you get her back upstairs. Oh, I'm a medical student. I've got my bag upstairs. I could take a look at that knee for you that Rufus kicked with those. Did those look like new steel toe boots to you? Yeah, he must have stolen them off somebody. Big violent guy. Yeah, I've seen him in the neighborhood. That's Rufus the kneecapper.
Rufus the kneecap.
Yeah, he's crazy. They won't do anything.
I mean, a horrible guy.
Yeah, he loves Qdoba. Yeah,
loves it. That's how I get my way through.
Burrito bowls. That's it.
What other fun things could I do with the local homeless? Because there are aplenty. What else could be done?
I would like to start a homeless doo-wop group. Get them all doing that thing where they. For the longest time, looking in her eye. Ooh, and then Rufus jumps in. Ooh, and when I find you, I will be right behind you. And then they all sing as a chorus. I haven't been there for the longest time. And then they're just down by the window. You could serenade ladies with your.
The longest for the longest time.
Yeah, Rufus was that low note for you.
Okay. No. I'm not going to do that one. Who is honestly buying that big homeless man a brand new pair of steel-toed boots is going to be a better idea than trying to teach him to sing. 'Cause I don't know how to sing, and I can't imagine that's going to scare any ladies into my arms. Unless it's really late at night and she's walking down an alley alone and she just hears the whoa, and then she looks around and it's four large homeless gentlemen. You know,
they're all snapping their fingers in chorus and like walking. Maybe if you got them to do what's the Michael Jackson Thriller? Da, da. Oh, that would be great because homeless people look so decrepit and stuff. If they were doing the Thriller, like while the music,
I can get some of the more like methy looking ones for that.
Oh, do you have methy looking ones?
Oh, I'm in Missouri. Yes.
Of course, the Missouri capital of the Midwest. I mean, the meth capital of the Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. I wish I had homeless to use here.
You can come by anytime and borrow mine. There's so many of these fuckers.
Yeah,
you gotta get them in line for me.
We've got them in Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
There's way more in the summer because a lot of them are fake homeless. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the fake homeless.
If you're gonna I like when I see someone and I'm like, you are homeless as fuck. Like I can tell you are legit homeless. Whereas like there's people on like I don't know about where you guys live, but on pretty much every fucking exit off of the highway near the city, there's a bunch of people standing there with like signs and shit, like asking for handouts. And sometimes I'll be like, okay, you look to be like a white bitch, early 20s, and your sneakers are clean. Like, see, you're a liar. You're a liar, man.
I don't know if they're a liar, but sometimes I think, like, oh, shit, I've got, like, bushes to trim. You know, if I hand you a, it's called a trimmer, right? What is the gas-powered thing that chops bush? A hedge trimmer. If I hand you a hedge trimmer, do you want $20? Because that might be a win for me. But I think they'd turn me down. I don't think they're looking for work. I think they're looking for money.
Yep. Most of them will turn you down if you offer food. Like, they're looking for drugs.
Well, aren't we all?
Like, I've probably, in my entire life, I've probably offered food to a homeless person like 5 times. Or probably like 6 times. And they've accepted it like twice. And DJ was one of them. Usually it's like, you want some food? No. And then they keep walking because they're looking for, crack or meth or heroin money.
Long time ago, I was probably 20. Some guy, homeless guy, was like, hey, do you have $1? And I was going to give him $1. I checked my pocket and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. All I have is a 10, right? Because I'm not going to give him 10. And by the way, I don't have any money at this point. I'm like I don't know, swim coach or something and part-time. And all I have is a 10. He's like, well, then give me the 10. He's like, what the fuck, man? And I don't know. I was like, was I supposed to beat him up for like accosting me? Like, what was the proper social response to him demanding more money? But I just kind of, I don't know, brushed him off.
Like, I never, my answer is always, I don't carry cash.
Yeah.
Like, I never reach for my wallet to let him know which pocket it's in or anything. I never do that at all. The worst, oh my God, there is a homeless dude around here who comes up and he's got so much energy. He's like 5'4". He's bouncing all over the place. He's what's that like John Mulaney joke with like the Batman doctor nurse? He's like, we are all blessed. It is no day to be stressed. Like that character in his stand up. He's like that. He's so like upbeat, like all about that. And you can see this guy bouncing towards you, and he never will just come up and be like, "You got money?" He's always like, let me tell y'all a joke. Let me tell y'all a joke or two. And so suddenly he's now standing with like your group of friends while he tells like some meandering homeless joke that doesn't go anywhere. God, if I remember what the joke was later, I'll tell it. But it took like probably 2.5 minutes to tell, which is a long time to pretend to be interested in the homeless person's joke, because you can't like in the middle of the joke be like, so anyway, Aaron, you want to go over here after this? You have to be like intently watching everything that he says that's a little funny. Look at you, buddy. Like you have to do that. And then as soon as it's over, everybody has laughed because you don't want to get stabbed with a sharpened toothbrush afterward. Yeah. And then because everyone's laughed, he's like, all right. Everybody you got any money? Like I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran. He doesn't actually show a tattoo, just pretends, and he does that. And it's like, you have to give that guy money. I think the smartest move for me is to just start carrying around a pack of cigarettes. That's probably the smartest move. I'll carry around a pack of cigarettes, and if somebody asks you, you got money, and you go, no, I got a cigarette though, all of them will go, oh, okay.
That's true. Okay. That's absolutely true. I remember
one pack of cigarettes in Missouri. We have the cheapest tobacco prices in the country. It's like $4 or $5. So like one of those that has 20 in there. And it just got shot down again. It was a big thing here where it was like, they're going to raise the tobacco tax, and it was like Missouri says no. And
I haven't been interested in cigarettes since I was like 10, and a pack is $1 to me. That's like
wow. No, they're $5 a pack.
They're like $12, $13.
It depends what kind of cigarettes you want. Kitty cigarettes are like
They're homeless. I can buy the cheapest things.
Like $8 a pack or something like that. They're just fucking expensive. But yeah, I've often given. I remember like maybe we were in Chicago or Boston. I don't know which, but I went downstairs to smoke outside the hotel, and the homeless were everywhere. And I knew they were out there, so I had taken down one of those snack packs of like tuna salad. You know, it's got all the ingredients for tuna salad plus crackers. And I had it in my coat. I was planning on giving it to any homeless people that are out there. And there's a homeless man. He's like, hey, you got a smoke? Can I get one of them? And I'm like, yeah. I give him a cigarette. I'm like, hey, are you hungry? He's like, yeah. I give him the snack pack or whatever. And like he and I sat out there for like 20 minutes, like smoking multiple cigarettes while he ate his tuna salad. It was a great time. That was like 7 years ago. I still remember old homeless Joe. Good guy.
Homeless Joe.
Old homeless Joe. Yeah, let me do a couple ad reads.
He's probably dead.
Oh, he's almost certainly dead. He froze to death in the winter of 2011.
I was going to say we had you had a story about people like coming into the dealership at night and stealing rims, and another one about some stains that was appearing on the car. I thought both those were interesting. The only experience, and I'd love for you to tell that
one first.
Yeah, the stain one for sure first. My experience with anything like that was homeless men were coming in the winter and sleeping in the inventory.
Is that a soup kitchen, according to that Wahlberg movie?
We used to joke about that. They were not making soup kitchens, but they were sleeping in them, and you could tell like that they had been slept in. I want to say a guy got caught sleeping in the car or something like that. You know, come in at 8 a.m. or whatever, and there's a hobo sleeping in the Tahoe. So it became then it's on us as salesmen to go around at night and lock every fucking car in its 14-acre lot. It's hundreds and hundreds of pieces.
It's a huge store.
It's a huge store, and we hated it. We hated these hobos so much. To this day, I have a hatred for homeless people that is solely about that. I joke about them all the time on the show, and people think I'm mean about it. This is why. This story right here. They were coming in, sleeping in the car, sneaking them up, and so then we had to go, like, it's closing time. It's time for me. I should be on my way home. But no, I have to go out and lock every single fucking truck. Well, they came, I guess, and it was cold. You know, they came and they tried to click. They're looking for a truck to hide in. Well, we had golf carts to get around the lot. It was a really big lot, and someone had left a golf cart out. This was a problem.
Did they sleep in a golf cart? How's that even helpful?
Oh, they did not sleep in the golf cart.
Okay.
The lot is on a bit of a hill. Nothing crazy steep, but it's just definitely on a slope. Were they fucking
in it?
No. They got in the golf cart. They got it up to maximum speed heading down the hill, and then they jumped out and let it crash right into a brand new vehicle.
Hilarious. They're winning me over.
And we took that as a response to us locking the cars, because it happened shortly after we locked all the cars. We figured
bleeding all over the car.
It's much better than bleeding all over the cars. But so then the rule is the golf carts all have to be parked inside at night. So these guys are just making all kinds of extra work for us. You had an excreter though.
I hope Kyle mentioned homeless men coming in his story. I hope it's an Ed's too. Carry on.
I don't know the living arrangement this guy enjoyed, but we had a guy. This would probably have been like 2011 or 12, and we were just finding. We have to wash the cars all the time because even though they're all worth a lot of money, we don't have enough showroom space to keep them all inside, and so we kept having them. They'd be clean, but there'd be this like sappy residue on the hoods, usually like right around the hood emblems. And we couldn't really figure it out, but it would happen like we were trying to move them away from trees, but it was very like spot on, like the center of the hood or front of the bumper. And the detailers would have to grab 2 or 3 of them each day and take them back and clean them off. And one of the dudes came to me one day and was like, Ed, I think that's urine we're having to clean off these cars. And I'm like, well, man, it is kind of yellowish, whatever, but that seems absolutely preposterous that we would be having urine spontaneously occurring on the hoods of cars. And so we ended up going back through the security footage, which was, like it was still like it's terrible, terrible resolution. But we see this guy in a trench coat in the middle of the night walking from car to car and standing in front of it for a second and then taking a camera phone picture and then moving to the next one. And it demonstrated phenomenal prostate control because he was urinating a little bit on one and then moving along to the next. But it didn't seem like urine because it was so like sappy and disgusting. And so we called the cops. We're like, have you heard of this happening? And they're like, no, but that's really weird, and we would very much like to catch the person and get to
We've
talk
got
to them
our
about
own
it.
orange sat problem. Funny you ask.
So I was not like trying to do a cardio or something, and our general manager comes walking across the showroom floor, and he's on his phone. He goes, Ed, he's back, and he'd gotten bold. He came during the day to do this, and I see a dude kind of wandering across. So I call the chief of police, because literally the police station's across the road from the dealership. So we let him borrow cars for parades and stuff like that. We had a good relationship. So they come guns a-blazing. They yell. He's like, "You found the urine bandit?" They assigned him a name internally.
Hell yeah.
And so they like the ones that were in their cars came lights on across the street, and they chased him down behind the neighboring like laundromat, pool hall, pizza place. And some of them were on foot. Like they shut down the road to come chasing this guy, and they caught him. And he was. I'm sure they yelled, "You're in trouble now."
Yeah.
I just remembered this story. I hadn't thought about this in so long. There's a lot of turnover in sales in the sales department, of course, and so it was almost like being in a unit in Vietnam. You didn't want to befriend the new guy too much because he might not be around too long.
Because his name's handwritten on a business card.
Yeah,
and don't trust the Vietnamese prostitute.
I gotta scratch a paper here.
Right.
And the people that you had been working with for a while, you felt like you were part of the original unit or whatever. Well, these new guys came and they were hardworking, and they were
like Band of Brothers. We're like, we didn't want to get too close to him because we just tore me up to see him get killed.
That's right. That's exactly. It's a rough business, and but these guys moved down, and they had formerly worked in like insurance or something. They were young guys. They were like my age, maybe a couple years older, 23, something like that, and they were hard workers, and that was getting them through. One more so than the other. I wish I could remember their names well. I think it was Kyle and Travis actually, and Kyle was doing real well. Travis was not, and they even looked their level of success. Kyle looked smart, had his head shaved, his glasses were nice. He always wore a dress shirt and a tie, and Travis was slovenly, like he was a little overweight, and his beard was always unkempt, and he was struggling real bad. He was still on an air mattress because he couldn't afford to get his shit out of storage back in Pennsylvania. So like they auctioned it all off while he's in Atlanta. So he's living on a goddamn air mattress. But he fucked a girl on that air mattress one night, and I told him that was one of the most incredible accomplishments and fuckery I'd ever seen. Like I've gotten some girls, but I've never been able to fuck one on a fucking air mattress. Like you brought her back and she didn't just walk right out. Like, nope, she was down. That thing went flat about halfway through too. But anyway, he takes a car back to get it detailed. He miraculously sold a car, and a homeless man is back there. He's not supposed to be back there. It's very much a fenced-in area. It's like back behind our service department, far away from the showroom floor. And the homeless man tries to rob him. He has nothing. He has nothing on him. And he's like, I don't have anything, man. And the guy poked him with a little penknife. Like, I say poked because it certainly wasn't a stab wound. He got poked him. He poked him. It was like something from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they're at the carnival and that guy just like stabs. He stabbed him, but it was a bullshit stab. Like he's like, he stabbed me. Oh, and I hear coming over the radios. The place is so big. There's radios everywhere. I don't carry a radio, but the managers all have them, and you can hear the radios nearby. Travis has been stabbed back behind the, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And like I've got a gun, so I'm just like, get the gun, fucking throw it into my suit jacket. We get on the golf cart. We drive fucking back there. Nobody's back there. This guy's made his escape. He's over the fences, and once you're over the fences, he's in friendly territory. Let's just put it that way. We're not venturing. That's the DMZ over there. If we're in Nam, like he's made it into Laos. Okay, like we can't go over there. We won't come back unscathed. And but he's fucking poked like in his palm. Like he tried to defend himself, and the guy stuck him in the fucking palm. He's like
in the palm.
Yeah, in the palm. Yeah, he's like holding his hands up, and the guy like pokes him with and I can only imagine it was like one of those Swiss Army bullshit little pin knives. But
right.
It's like this is the worst job, man. I've had the hardest. I've had the hardest time. I'm like, well, you sold a car? He's like, I made $50, man. I made $50.
Man, I'm out here getting poked.
I made for it. He's like, I made $50 on that car.
That wasn't the issue.
That's better. Giving him advice. I have a little story here that I found on the internet. I'll go ahead and link it to you first.
I don't know what this is, but he was telling us there's a topic he's excited about.
Oh, I was laughing about this too.
So there is a video, and perhaps we could watch that after I talk this over a bit. But it says the headline is "A bucket of hot diarrhea was randomly poured on a woman by a homeless man." All right, you just hit like 5 of PKA's keystone topics here in one thing. A bucket of hot diarrhea was poured on a woman by a homeless man. All right, I believe this was in right
I don't
near.
think that's in the video though.
We haven't had a cool guy of the week category lock in a while, this guy is leading the way. That is hilarious.
So this was very near the Hollywood Walk of Fame, place where I've been there before many times. A night near the Hollywood Walk of Fame would change a woman's life. As she was getting into her car, and a homeless man sprinted across Hollywood Boulevard toward her. Heidi Van Tessel, stupid name, was parked in Hollywood after having a pleasant evening out with friends at an authentic Thai restaurant. Suddenly, a man randomly pulled her out of her car, dragged her into the middle of the street, and dumped a bucket of feces on her head. Van Tessel said, and the public records confirm.
Good God.
Quote, it was diarrhea. Hot liquid. I was soaked. And it was coming off of my eyelashes and flowing into my eyes. Van
Anyone
Tessel
else
said.
getting a boner right now?
I'm so hard. Paramedics who came to treat me said
I've had it
that
since
there
the
was
leg holes.
Paramedics who came to treat me said that there was so much of it on me that it looked as if the man had been saving it up for at least 1 month. Van Tessel
I
was
question its
rushed
warmth.
to the Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital after the grotesque attack, where she was tested for infectious diseases caused by contact with feces. She'll need to be retested every 3 months for quite some time, unfortunately. She said, quote, it was all inside my car because it was so much. He just kept pouring and pouring it, and it was splattering all over me, she said. The Los Angeles Police Department told her that they'd investigate the crime, but her phone calls to the department went unanswered. It's so traumatic. The PTSD that I'm dealing with is beyond anything that I've ever felt.
Post-traumatic shit disorder.
That's right. Thank you. There needs to be some kind of help for victims of these crimes. Bum, 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 bum. Law and Order.
I mean, what does she want them to make a poop patrol? Like, what does she mean? We need help for victims. We have help for victims of these crimes. It's called a towel.
The towel. Yeah. Well, then you.
The man who
towels.
attacked her, identified in court records as Jerry Blessings, was charged with battery and taken to jail. That doesn't seem severe enough. Blessings was described as a transient with schizophrenia and psychotic disorders.
You know what? Like, the most fascinating part of it to me was he solely responsible for filling up the shit bucket, or was he delegating some of this role to his homeless friends? But it sounds like, because he was crazy, that he really did just keep a bucket of diarrhea and fill it for a whole month.
I feel like this guy has been looking at all these fancy white folk down there on Hollywood Boulevard, coming out of their authentic Thai restaurants, bellies full, faces happy, smiles,
Shit free.
wide.
The question is, what role did the Thai restaurant play in the diarrhea? That's what I want to know.
It was authentic diarrhea.
There is no evidence we contributed to that shit.
She never claimed that there were any hard nuggets in this bucket of diarrhea. It was pure diarrhea, the good stuff. So what was his diet?
I mean, I would say probably not ideal.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even then, when you have bad diarrhea, you don't maintain it for a month. If you have a couple diarrhea shits in a row, maybe he squatted over it to fire off some turds and some solid ones came out, and he had to kind of almost use like a kitty litter
Strainer.
to a strainer because he's a purist. He's crazy, but he's a purist. He's not going to put turds on someone that's low class. He's a diarrhea savant.
He's a
You
high
call that a
class.
spider.
Yeah.
You scoop out the hard parts.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
That poor fucking lady. Can you imagine something as terrifying as being
She's
dragged
sweet,
out of your
too.
car
The
and having
next-
shit dumped on you?
The next line we didn't read is he doesn't need jail time. He needs mental health care. I have empathy for him because he needs help. She's not wrong, but she's too nice.
He should
Dude, if
have
this
gunned
happened
down.
to me, I would be like, for years I was against it, but I'm pro death penalty now.
I knew it.
They should drown that man in shit to make an example to the other hobos.
They need a judge, like from the Seinfeld, like you have to be his butler or whatever. That kind of thing. It's like, all right, she gets a month to fill a bucket with as much diarrhea as she can, and then she gets to pour it into your open eyes, held open with like Clockwork Orange stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like those Japanese pornos I like so much.
Dude, if I had any sort of authority over the way things work, this country would be in shambles.
It was double horrifying to me that he pulled her out of her car. For some reason, I thought she was like sitting on a bench or, doing those things where you're just asking for this. But
Yeah.
no, she was just driving by. The things that we do.
Yeah. And look at how she was dressed, to be fair. She's wearing brown.
I like that.
That's a white shirt, Taylor.
There's actually no picture, guys.
No, I don't even know. Oh, that poor lady. That sucks. But also very funny bit from the shit man.
From the shit man. I'd love to get him on as a guest next week. Just all schizoed out and just shitting in his bucket while he speaks to us.
Yeah. I mean, that might be good for a couple minutes. And then he actually no, he could kind of just join the show.
Yeah. He fit right in. He fit right in.
Yeah, I'm a little threatened. He might replace one of the hosts.
Shit bucket man for full-time host. Am I right, boys? Get a whole thread.
Top 5% shit bucket man.
The CIA told me to do it. CIA and
He would be
the
great, though.
Bilderberg group. Yeah.
Cheers, can you make it happen? You got the bagel, dude.
Could
Work
you
your
get-
magic.
Oh, the bagel.
You're gonna
Oh,
kill
okay.
your friends
Speaking
and
of people
stuff.
getting killed in their sleep, did you see that psychopath in maybe New York that was just going around killing homeless people in the night?
No.
No, I didn't.
I don't know
hear
how
that.
many he got, maybe 8 or 10 or something like that. But I saw on the video of it, I watched him kill one. He's just like standing there, and there's a guy asleep on the sidewalk and like on a cot type thing, like tucked away in a corner, and he's just like kicks him a few times. And the guy doesn't move, and he just pulls out a pistol and executes him,
Jesus
and then
Christ.
runs away into the
Where
night.
is this?
I thought it was New York. I just I saw the news story, but I didn't look too much into it. And then I saw the video. Like,
Did they catch him, or they just saw a video?
yeah, they've already
of this?
got him. Yeah, they already got him. Yeah.
What a
piece of
great way
shit.
to fucking rack up your KD.
See, I usually
Killing
don't-
shooting homeless people.
See, I don't watch the news at all, but because of this Ukraine thing,
Zach's got it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Because of the Ukraine thing, sometimes I get like New York news or LA news, and it's always some rough shit. God damn.
The news is horrible. I mean, I'm completely tuned out from that. I literally just watch YouTube shit. But my whole family, my mom and dad, they're 60 years old. They love the news. They're always talking about some upsetting new topic I'm not familiar with.
Because I've been, like I said, the news story I saw today that was depressing was they showed a picture, like surveillance footage of this maybe white woman, looked like she's maybe 35 or so, and they were like, this is the woman who pushed this 87-year-old grandmother down the flight of stairs, killing her. And then I saw the video of this old woman being thrown down some stairs, and it's like, for no reason, like
They showed the
randomly
video?
comes up and like yeets an old lady down like some not like, remember the Joker, those stairs? He like dances down, like some shitty ass stairs like that. Like she died.
Somebody blabbed or somebody.
Homeless
still
is
don't have
a
pottery.
huge problem, and I don't have even the start of a solution.
Of homeless?
Yeah.
Like, get those asylums open again.
Yeah, we
Well,
need
in
like a
some
special
cases,
prison
yes.
for them.
In some cases, yes. I think there are a couple people just like what percentage of it is drug users and like urban campers?
100% is drug use. They are blasted out of like zombies.
Well, some of them seem, maybe I can't tell the difference between blasted like zombies and crazy, but some seemed crazy in California when I was there. Like this poor person was just born with a defective brain and needs to be institutionalized.
Remember that black lady we saw shit on the wall?
No, but I don't. A little. I don't.
I could have sworn you were right next to me. It might have been.
Probably was.
It might have been Hex or somebody. But like, they had pushed all the homeless out of LA for like E3. Like they had put up barriers and stuff and made it look clean for all the international visitors and everybody was coming into town. And they told us this. But this black lady had shown up at our nice hotel and she was leaned against the wall. And the black lady who worked at the hotel was like, "You get on out of here. You know you can't be." And the lady was like, "You Uncle Tom, bitch." And then like she went back in to call the cops on her or something. And this lady like leaning back against the wall, just shit down it. Like pants down, pressed her ass against the wall and bent and then shat onto / down the wall and like left. And it was like 30
No wipe.
I don't remember.
The wall was for Taylor. Don't be an animal.
She did like that bear thing when they're
Like an expert water stealer, you know. Well done.
And that was one of my first, because like from where I'm from, we don't have homeless. Like when you're in the country, there are poor people, but they figure something out. There are no homeless in my small town. Like
It's so bad here, man. We had like they're building their own little civilizations that run on like fentanyl and diarrhea. Like they've got little towns. The schizophreniacs. I do wish we had like a, Woody, like you're saying, like a place to put them. And we've got all these we've got like little tiny homes for the homeless off the freeway. But the problem is to get in them, the homeless have to give up all their which is they have to give up all their shit and there's no drugs. So in order to utilize these little villas that we spent probably $900 trillion to make, they have to commit to having they need their stuff. Like none of us, I wouldn't give up my stuff to go, live in a free house. And they get kicked out if they do any drugs, which nobody on earth can do. Definitely not a homeless drug addict. So it's like, yeah, guys, this isn't really a good system. Like you're either going to have to put all their homeless crap in storage, or you're going to have to let them do a little bit of drugs in this little prison, in this little like voluntary prison that you made for them, which would be great.
What the logic is behind taking all their worldly possessions away? Like make that make sense.
Because they have like an entire house of trash that we would have to store somewhere. Like these guys are, dude, they're taking over the, like we'll have the 10 freeway. The underpass is like full from floor to ceiling of homeless people's fucking garbage. Like an episode of Hoarders, 9 different tents for one guy, multiple shopping carts, like bags of dog food, dead cats, half of IKEA is just crammed in there. I think logistically it would be just impossible to store it all somewhere, especially in LA.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted it to be like a mean episode of Hoarders where they're like, this has no value, this has no value, this has no value. You can keep this.
It's so satisfying.
There's a cop
every
video
once in a while they'll send out.
You go.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
There's a cop video where this lady was tired of the hobos living under the bridge next to her house. So she just went down there when they weren't looking and soaked all their shit in gasoline and lit it on fire. Their tent, their chairs, all their belongings, like everything. And the cops show up and she's like, "Yeah, I done it." You can't just burn people's things. I done it.
Dude, every once in a while they'll have like cleaning house day and we'll be driving somewhere and you can see there's like 9 cops and like 20 social workers and some fucking Caltrans guy on a bulldozer and you're like, fuck yeah, dude, it's cleanup day today. And then you'll come back wiped out. An entire section of the park just dug up because they had to put it somewhere.
That happens here too. There's on certain exit ramps, they set up these little homeless camps where it's not really seen. You know, they're deep enough in the woods that they're not bothering anyone really.
Mhm.
And but then it grows to the point where it is seen, and then suddenly there's 4 ginormous dumpsters on the side of the road. They get filled up and everybody's gone. It happens every year and a half or so.
I don't know what the answer is. We've got plenty of land in New Mexico and Arizona and out of the way places like that where you could just set them up some kind of a fucking hobo city trailer park. But I don't know. It's just a wound that's going to fester until you start dragging them out of their hovels and scrubbing them real good and like putting them in a drug program forcibly, right? Like that's it's mental illness and drug use. Those are the two foundations of homelessness. It's not, look, there's some dudes out there who just like, the man doesn't own a piece of me. This is my world. It's free to live in. Leave that dude alone. Like if he sleeps in his truck at Walmart, actually nobody bothers those guys anyway.
Yeah, he's Walmart not has on the like sidewalk on Skid Row.
Walmart like allows anybody to sleep in their parking lot. I think it's a policy that they have that's like pro sleeping in our parking lot.
I'm familiar with that policy too. Yeah, I have a little trailer I pull every once in a blue moon for my paramotor vacations and stuff. And Walmart wants you to sleep there. They must think it's good business.
Yeah, and they understand that there's lots of legitimate reasons to need to sleep in your car. You know, like I've been traveling before and just wanted that 2-hour nap, 3-hour nap to power through and get home. It's like I really don't want to stop and get a hotel, but also don't want to be like that statistic cop video where it's like tap, tap, tap. What do you sleep in the car for? You got any drugs on you? What are you doing here? You any guns on you? Like leave me alone. I'm just sleepy.
I think the lowest level of Planet Fitness membership is like $8 a month. Don't quote me on that. But like Walmart parking lots and Planet Fitness for the showers is the van lifers. Everybody knows this.
They're often attached too. Same little shopping center. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, you could absolutely make your way in the U.S. like doing that, and like
those people are just free spirits, right? They're not the people we're talking about pooping on the side of the road in San Francisco or whatever,
taking their clothes off, screaming. Yeah.
Do homeless people ever make you feel endangered, Dick?
Oh, constantly. They're
really, because I don't, but tell me more.
They're everywhere here, and if my wife's going, she leaves to go to work at like 6 a.m, goes to exercise before, goes to Pilates. There's always some fucking homeless guy lurking around, getting in between where you're going in the door, doing some shady shit. At some point, I used to have encounters with the homeless that were just innocuous, but I don't think that's happened in maybe 5 years, since probably COVID, when everything in LA went to shit. They're all menacing now.
You're all a healthy man with boxing experience. The homeless in my area are underfed 20-year-olds. I feel like I could grab them by the neck like an 8th grader and just be like, "What are you doing?" Push them.
I'll get hepatitis if I touch these motherfuckers.
I swear to God, yes.
I'm listening. Yeah, man, I'm probably naive.
I don't want to. I'll get a disease.
That homeless Indian that stole that shit out of my truck that time and I chased down, when we finally faced off with him, nobody wanted to hit him because he looked so dirty. Like we're mad at you. We want to whoop your ass, but you're so ugly and nasty looking. I don't want to touch you. Like that's how dirty he looked. I was afraid to punch him because if I put my knuckles on his teeth, I was going to get something. Yeah.
They look like that oldest dog. Like the.
That's what I was going to say. Yes, he looks like a dog you see where you're like, ooh, he's got something.
Yeah, mange.
He's got fucking this guy had kennel cough. I wasn't about to hit him. I would hate to have to face off with a hobo, because not only do you have to hope that you whoop his ass, and you might not, he might stab you, cut you, prick you with some AIDS fucking needle. I don't know.
Yeah.
They keep those handy. Every one of them has an AIDS needle they keep just in case.
Sticky.
Have you ever seen
he's been stuck before.
Drones?
Bums
Say
with
that again.
drones? What?
Bums and drones. Have you seen that?
No, what is this? Is
This
this a
dude
YouTube
that
thing?
terrorizes bums with drones. Like he's got cameras on the drone, and then he plays like Cotton Eye Joe remixes, like music like that, and he flies his drone around the bum encampments and just like buzzes them, like and pisses them off, and then every single bum like grabs their shit and tries to take the drone out. So it becomes like
succeed?
a game. It's really funny.
Yeah, but do they get it?
Sometimes, yeah, they'll shoot at it too. Like I don't know why to do crimes. That's why the homeless have guns. But
Oh, damn.
they'll pull out all the stops to get.
Yeah, I
Dude,
feel
I'm
like if you
watching-
gave me 4 cans of soup, there's a decent chance I could get a drone if it was pestering me. Right? Not a flyby.
No
I'm not
way,
that guy.
dude. They're
I'm
gonna
not
send
the
you to
sharpshooter.
front to Ukraine. What are you? I'm telling you, that thing's gonna be zipping around. It's up there high. Look,
No. This is one that's torturing me, right? Like coming down.
Yeah, he
close.
goes and taunts them and gets close.
I'm watching the video, and like
Okay.
the one guy looks like a primitive with a club. He's like jumping up and down and smacking the ground with his club, like
funny.
like a display from an animal. This is great.
Yeah, what are we
I'm
doing
watching
with
this
that guy?
video this one's too high. I couldn't do it.
But you could
Oh
play
my
like that.
God.
You're not annoyed, and then the guy will bring the drone closer, and that's when you snap and spring your plan into action.
You know those park benches that are made out of like wide 3 or 4 inch strips of wrought iron, like with a gap in between them.
Yeah.
I saw a cop video the other day. They got called out because there was a guy sitting on the bench and he had shat through the gap. He was just actively shitting using the bench like a toilet. But the shit has to squeeze between the gaps. So it's created the most disgusting like stalactite under his asshole.
Oh.
And they're like, "Hey, how's it going today?" He's like, "Not too bad."
Same old, same old.
They have to explain to him, "We're here because you've shit yourself and it's become a health hazard." They have to put out the crime tape around his area and bring in a special cleaning crew. Like it's so embarrassing. Like when he gets up, he pulls his pants up over the shit. Like he doesn't wipe.
Was he embarrassed or was he crazy?
He was obese. He was maybe 450 pounds and didn't give a fuck. He's like, "Oh, that shit, it happens."
450 pounds.
At first, he was in
homeless?
denial. At first, they're like, "That wasn't me." Like, sir.
It's hanging out of your ass, sir.
Yeah.
Did the shit jump off the ground and stuck to you, or like how did that happen? Because there's shit actively coming out of you, and they're looking at it. Wasn't me.
Was he homeless? Confirmed?
I don't know.
Homeless and 450 pounds. Seems tough to swing.
Did you see this this YouTuber who was feeding homeless people Oreos with toothpaste in them?
No, that
Seems
seems
like
like
a-
nice.
No, it's not.
Well, were they requesting Oreos with toothpaste in it?
What
Not
do you
with
think?
their teeth though?
I think probably not.
Maybe it
You
was
know,
for
I
the best.
considered their oral hygiene at the time. So apparently, this YouTuber named
Faces jail.
yeah, he's in big trouble in Barcelona. He was feeding Oreos with toothpaste to a homeless man and joked that it would help him with a long overdue clean. His name is Kangwa Rin. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Known as Reset, Reset. He's got more than 1 million subs. Filmed himself filling the biscuits, cookies, with toothpaste and replacing them in their package before feeding 5 of them to the homeless man in January. Well, he didn't stop at 1. As the 52-year-old man, named by authorities as George L., ate the cookies, the YouTuber jibed, "Maybe I've gone a bit far, but look at the positive side. This will help him clean his teeth. I think he hasn't cleaned them since he became poor."
Well, he was sensitive about it, and he apologized. So, I'll move on. Man, what a tone-deaf way to respond to that.
Oh, he's been ordered to pay 30,000 euros in compensation to the homeless man. Dude,
That
I'll
seems
eat 5
overkill.
Oreos with cat shit in them. If you give me $30,000. Oh wait, he also fed someone cat shit.
Wait, did he really? No, I'm being gullible.
That's what I'm being told. That's what I'm being told here on the Discord.
I don't believe you.
Are you being a jokester
Reset
right now?
is currently on jail awaiting judgment. He has previously offered sandwiches filled with his cat's shit to children and elderly people, the court heard. He fed cat shit to people, too. Yeah.
Just
Not making it up.
Chiz just linked the quote. Just a year earlier, he apparently tried to offer sandwiches filled with cat feces to children and the elderly. Oh, no, that's not funny.
I mean, it's a little funny.
It's a little funny, but you shouldn't do that. Yeah, no. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I don't think he should go to
terrifying.
jail for this. Did he force the cookies into the man's mouth, or did he go eat this cookie?
Well, he offered the cookies to the man. You know, he's a homeless man, presumably on a sidewalk, hungry, and he was offered, like, it looks like the single serving sleeve of Oreos. You know, it's just one Oreo round and long. Yeah. It looks like he's handing him the whole thing. I bet the video's been taken down. I'm almost positive it would have been taken down at this point. According to this, he made 2,000 euros from that video, which seems like an exaggeration, but Jesus Christ. Prosecutors said that, witness tampering. Here we go. Prosecutors said that Reset had later deleted the video and offered the homeless man 300 euro for his silence in an attempt to, quote, reestablish his image and ingratiate himself with public opinion. Jesus Christ. See, that's pretty fucked up. That's I don't like that. We joke
fucked.
about the homeless and like integrating them into sort of bits and stuff, but feeding them like something that's not food by tricking them even.
The cat poop was pretty outrageous. The toothpaste, I feel like if you, all right, this is not going to be a popular opinion perhaps, but you give the guy a toothpaste cookie and then you pay him $300 so that he forgives you 300 euros. It doesn't seem like, you know what? I feel like I've had worse pranks played on me with no euros at all.
Yes, but you're not in a vulnerable position, right? Like
Yeah, not like a homeless fella.
Like this guy wasn't eating those cookies because he felt like a cookie. He was hungry, and presumably after he ate the first one and it didn't taste good, he was just so hungry. He ate a second, a third, a fourth, and yes, a fifth. There was a fifth toothpaste Oreo.
Yes, there was a fourth crow.
If you must know.
Yeah, that is pretty fucked. There are so many other ways to do funny pranks that don't involve throwing backpacks full of fake bombs at people and, because I remember we watched that a while ago, and feeding toothpaste to the homeless.
Yeah.
If anything, couldn't you do something where, like, you got a potato gun and a bunch of rolls of pennies like they do at the bank, you know?
Yeah, I'm following
and you would, like, tell the homeless person, like, you know, make a fake goal for them, and you say every shot you save, that's money in your pocket. And so then you just stand a bit away and you fire shit at them, and they're going to save all of them because you're not trying to score. You're trying to hit them.
Yeah, of course.
And so they get hit with like heavy rolls of coins over and over, and they get to keep all of it at the end. And it's not pennies because we're not tactless. Dimes at least.
A roll of dimes is, let's see, 50 dimes, $5.
Yeah, see, so dimes would be good. Not nickels because that would be heavier and they'd probably quit sooner. But
yeah,
dimes,
that's only $2.
Yeah, there you go. So
yeah,
fire dimes at the homeless. Have you ever thought about that? Like, you know those rolls of money that you see in like drug movies and shit, where they're like just perfectly cylindrical.
Yeah.
If you put one of those in like a t-shirt gun, if I were like a billionaire and I could just like drive through dangerous areas in my bulletproof limousine and like pop out intermittently and just like fire $20,000 of cash hard at some dude, and it'll hit him like a punch in the chest, but then he'll quickly realize his anger will turn to glee.
Yeah.
And then his glee will turn to fear as the rest of the homeless begin encroaching on the pile of money surrounding him, and you just sit back and relax. You guys haven't thought about this in great detail often?
No, not recently.
I don't.
Warren Buffett, he should do that.
Southwest 1380. Have you guys followed that flight at all? The whole
Is that the plane? Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been on the streets of Lexington late at night waiting outside a strip club with like $600 in ones in my pocket with my cousin, and he's like,
Wish I'd brought a big-
$600 in ones in your
That
pocket.
was going to be my question, man. What about 601?
Well, I was wearing Steve Irwin cargo
Because I'd already
pants.
given 400 of them to a whore. I was down a little.
That's why he had 600. Duh.
My fool I am.
My cousin's like, I wish I'd brought a bigger knife. Like we're just sitting there on the street corner, and some black guy comes riding by on the opposite end of the corner, runs right into us on a bicycle, crashes right there on the ground. He gets up like all crack-headed out, and I noticed at that point the bicycle doesn't have a seat. There's no seat on it. He's having to stand and pedal, and he's like, "Hey guys, you got any money? I just need enough to get a bed down at the shelter." And I guess like $3 to get a bed at the shelter. And I'm like, I really don't want to pull out this huge wad of money. So I'm trying to peel off 3 ones inside my pocket, and I give it to him, and he's jazzed about this $3. So he starts telling us his life story. He's like, yeah, I was just down the road, and they loaned me $5 to do this and that, but as collateral, they took my social security card and my bike seat.
What?
So I got to get back to them tomorrow to get that shit back, because it sucks not having a seat, man. He's like, I'm going to be in the X Games. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I'm going to be in the X Games. I got talent. I was like, what can you do? He's like, you want to see a flip? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to see a flip. We're waiting on our third buddy to get out of the strip club. He's trying to literally prostatize a stripper in there. And he runs at the brick wall we're next to, runs up it and does a backflip and lands and goes, ha! And I go, here's $5 more, man. That was better than anything I saw inside that strip club over there. That was fucking impressive. So yeah, they definitely have a drug and alcohol problem on the streets of that city.
Kyle, you're muted. That's funny.
Number 1. Number 2, pizza pie in my eye. Oh my! Just like